Today, we'll be making our way through Muir Woods, a public and protected national monument in Marin County, California, while I talk to you about its trademark trees, the redwood. I'll be diving into what makes them so unique, how they hold entire forests together, how climate change is threatening their survival, and what we can do right now to protect them. First off, just how big are these things? Coast redwoods can reach heights of up to 380 feet. To put that into perspective, that's taller than the Statue of Liberty, Big Ben, and about as high as a 35-story skyscraper. And their trunks? A mature coast redwood can measure up to 29.2 feet wide across its base. You could park 2 Volkswagen Beetles bumper to bumper across the trunk and still have room to spare. And they aren't just massive, they are living history. While average redwoods live between 500 and 700 years, the oldest recorded coast redwood is roughly 2,200 years old. That means it sprouted around 180 BCE. Now, a quick point of clarification. When people say redwood, they might be referring to one of 3 distinct species across the globe. 1. Giant sequoias, 2. Dawn redwoods, or 3. Coast redwoods. The giants you see right here in Muir Woods are coast redwoods. So, why do these trees matter so much? They aren't just passive features of the landscape, they are active engineers of their environment. Redwoods play a crucial role in water and soil health. Their towering canopies trap moisture directly out of coastal fog, and as the fog condenses on their needles, it drips down to the forest floor, a process called fog drip. This provides critical water to the understory during hot, dry summer months when rain is scarce. Underground, their shallow root systems extend outward over 100 feet, intertwining with the roots of neighboring redwoods. This vast web locks the surrounding soil in place, preventing massive soil erosion on steep coastal hillsides. Moving on, redwoods directly support forest streams like this one. Their dense canopies form a thick shadow layer, keeping water temperatures cool. That cool water is essential because warmer water holds less dissolved oxygen, which aquatic life need to breathe and survive. Streams running through redwood forests are critical nurseries for species like coho salmon, steelhead, and trout. On land, these forests shelter everything from banana slugs, Pacific giant salamanders, and red-bellied newts, to bobcats, raccoons, Pacific fishers, pine martens, marbled murrelets, and northern spotted owls. During my hike through Muir Woods, I was lucky enough to spot a black-tailed deer, another mammal that calls the redwood forest home. From large mammals like black-tailed deer and Roosevelt elk down to the smallest amphibians, this forest provides a sanctuary found nowhere else on Earth. Even in death, redwoods continue to feed the forest. It can take centuries for a fallen redwood to fully decompose. As Mia Monroe, community liaison for the National Park Service, puts it, a fallen tree becomes a condominium of life. When a tree falls, it opens up a gap in the dense canopy, letting in light for younger saplings. The rotting log itself retains moisture like a sponge, opening up new homes for lichens, insects, fungi, and small animals, expanding the food chain and bolstering biodiversity across the entire ecosystem. Like other trees, there's one more superpower redwoods have: carbon capturing. Mature redwood forests store more carbon per acre than any other forest type on Earth. They rapidly pull carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and lock it away in their rot-resistant wood for centuries, making them a crucial natural defense against global climate change. So, with the ability to rapidly capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, you might be wondering, how is climate change a bad thing for redwoods? Shouldn't they be benefiting off of this excess CO2 and actually growing faster? Well, this is not necessarily the case, because for redwoods, climate change brings a catastrophic side effect: the loss of fog. Redwoods rely on coastal fog for up to 40% of their annual water intake, but warmer oceans combined with warmer, drier air disrupt the temperature gradients required for fog to form. Research co-authored by Dr. Todd Dawson showed that between 1951 and 2008, coastal fog in California declined by 33%. Subsequent research indicates it fell another 7% between 2010 and 2023. Right here in Muir Woods, the fog redwoods depend on for survival has dropped by nearly a third, according to the National Park Service. Less fog means less water, which leads to stunted tree growth and diminished forest biodiversity. At the same time, rising global temperatures amplify precipitation swings, creating longer and more severe droughts. Drought puts severe stress on these shallow-rooted giants. And remember those coho salmon and steelhead trout we talked about earlier? As the cloud and fog barrier thins, sunlight heats up the streams. Warmer water holds less oxygen, threatening the survival of salmon populations already on the brink. Every link in the redwood food web, from the highest canopy to the stream bed, feels the ripple effect of climate change. So, what can we do about this issue? It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scale of these challenges, but there are tangible steps we can take right now to help these forests thrive. 1. Practice responsible recreation. When you visit redwood parks like I did today, stay strictly on marked trails. Redwood roots are extremely shallow, often taking up only the top 3 feet of soil. Walking around the base of a redwood compacts the soil, suffocating the roots, preventing water absorption, and leaving the tree far more vulnerable to drought stress. 2. Support restoration organizations. Consider donating to or volunteering with groups like the Save the Redwoods League or the Sempervirens Fund. These organizations work on the front lines to thin out dense, unnatural second-growth forests, restore damaged stream habitats, and clear flammable underbrush to make old-growth groves resilient against catastrophic wildfires. If you need a starting point, you can begin by spreading awareness to the importance of redwoods through your social media channels or even by word of mouth. The more people learn about the beautiful redwood ecosystems, the more likely there will be individuals who want to step up and support the cause. 3. Advocate for climate policies. Vote for and support climate bonds and local legislative measures that fund natural resource management, land acquisition, and wildfire mitigation in state and national parks. 4. Lower your personal carbon footprint. Because global climate change drives the warming patterns that destroy coastal fog and harm wildlife, reducing your personal carbon emissions by conserving energy at home, adopting cleaner transportation, or eating more plant-based foods directly aids the global effort to safeguard these ancient giants. Redwoods have survived ice ages, forest fires, and thousands of years of changing climate. They are literally the roots that hold thriving ecosystems together. But today, they need us to step up and return the favor. The next time you find yourself standing beneath one of these ancient giants, take a moment to listen, breathe in the cool air, and remember, protecting them today ensures they'll still be standing hundreds of years into the future.